So, a lot of people want to be speakers for one reason or another. A lot of people don't realize that they should incorporate more speaking into their life, into their business, whatever it is that they do. But I'm learning that the people who feel like they shouldn't or can't speak, and the people who want to speak but aren't sure what to say, oftentimes struggle with the same thing. They don't realize that their voice matters. So if you're seeing this right now, I want to tell you something. I want to be abundantly clear. Your voice matters. There's no two ways about it. There's no second guessing it. I'm not unsure because I don't know you specifically. What I know is each and every person has a very unique lived experience. No one's lived experience is the exact same as yours. And for that reason, I know that when you speak about what you experienced, what you learned, what you're an expert in, these kinds of things, you will encourage somebody. You will motivate somebody. You will educate somebody. It's too many people who we think our voice doesn't matter that much. We think that because somebody else is speaking about a thing that we shouldn't speak on it too. Not understanding that your unique perspective, your unique lived experience is the difference that people need to move forward. Not understanding that there are people that are waiting to hear our voice. They don't even know that they're waiting yet. They find out when they hear it. Let me give you a quick little example. We all have been told something by our parents multiple times and didn't listen. But when a friend told us, or when a stranger told us, it hit different. And we was like, okay, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I should look out for this thing. It's not because your parents were wrong and your friends were more right. It's because there are certain voices at certain times that ring in our ears in a different way. We are tuned to hear certain people. But what is for sure is that there are people tuned to hear you. But if you don't actually open up your mouth and speak, those people never get the opportunity to hear from you. They never get the opportunity to learn from you. So, all the good that you could be offering the world, you're holding it in because you feel like your voice doesn't matter. You feel like your experience doesn't matter. You feel like, I don't know if this thing is important enough. Whatever you experienced, whatever you learned, whatever you became an expert in, whatever your story is, it matters. And people really, really need it. I can tell you from my own experience, I felt like I didn't have a good enough story to start speaking. I feel like I was supposed to speak, but I thought my story wasn't good enough because I didn't think I had a horror story. I didn't think I'd been through enough tragedy and trauma and drama to be a speaker. It turns out that not going through some things is something I can speak about. It turns out also that I had been through more stuff than I even realized. And even more importantly, it turns out that the life that I lived, no matter how much or little drama I experienced, those were things that people actually needed. I thought they didn't need it because it was common to me. I thought they didn't need it because I was like, oh, this is just this thing. But the truth of the matter is, what comes easy to me, what's common to me, what just goes by the wayside for me, is the key, is the jewel, is the tip, it's the encouragement, it's the nugget, it's the information that somebody else has been looking for. But as long as I tell myself I don't have a good enough story, I don't have a hard enough story, I don't know enough information, whatever I tell myself that keeps me quiet, then the people who need to hear from me never hear from me. So I'm gonna leave you with this right here. There's a song by an artist he went by at the time. The truth, his name is Emmanuel Lambert, and the chorus goes something like this: I ain't got no horror story. God kept me at my youth. I give him all the glory. Thought my story wouldn't flow, but now I know the blood of the Lamb has saved my soul, and that's my testimony. So for those of us who haven't gone through not knowing who your parents are, who haven't gone through being actually homeless, for those of us who don't have those extreme horror stories, get this. I don't have a horror story. God kept me at my youth. I give him all the glory. See, I thought my story wouldn't flow, but now I know. The blood of the Lamb has saved my soul. And that's my testimony. And guess what? That's a testimony that needs to be told. Don't hold that in. Let it out. Let somebody else know that the blood of the Lamb can save their soul. And let somebody else know that you don't have to go through drama and trauma to live a good life. Be the example that if you stay on the straight and narrow, you can avoid a lot of the pitfalls that life has. Because we don't only need examples of people who have fallen and gotten up. We need examples of people who never fail so we know we don't ever have to go down. Open up, use your voice, and share your story.